Hey geeks, thanks from Average Geek, and it's Nerd Block time. I will say this: the timing wasn't too bad. Not too bad at all. Seems a little light. This is the Halloween classic. We're supposed to get 2 vinyl figures, a Gremlins item, which was already spoiled, so I already know which one that is. Something from Gem and the Holograms. I think that's all I remember. I do have a fear about this box, so we'll see if that's founded. Let's get to it. Nerd Christmas. Alright. And flip. So we'll see what we got for Halloween, y'all. Alright, so I'm going to set the shirt aside. And here we go. And it looks like my fears were founded. In the horror block of last month, we got a Alien Nostromo collection 2-pack. It was Parker and Big Chap. And looks like we got pretty much the same thing, only this one has Ripley and Big Chap. Not happy about that at all. I get that it's got different figures in it, but it's still pretty much the same freaking thing that I got in that, and that doesn't make me happy. Even though it's Ripley, Ripley's a classic. I love her. She was a huge, huge hero when I was a kid. But yeah, still not really all that happy about it. They need to really knock that off. Let's see. We've got, looks like another coaster. You know, back with their coasterness. This one's different though. It's not a cardboard coaster. This one is actually metal with a cork backing. And it's Mo from The Simpsons. Put your mug on my mug. Mo's Tavern. Pretty cool. Not quite sure what that has to do with Halloween. Other than maybe the fact that Simpsons are usually really well known for a lot of their Halloween episodes, which are usually pretty epic. Still don't really get why that's in the Halloween block. Okay. Alright. So we got, looks like, according to the box, Zombie Hunter dog tags. Let's pop this open. I used to have a collection of knives and pocket knives that came in something similar to this. Well, that's a nice little foam insert. Keep them from shifting around. Typical ball chain. And there's one. Kind of cool. And then 0, Zombie Emergency Response Operations. About the only good thing about these, because it looks like they're smaller than traditional dog tags. As somebody who has a lot of family in the military, that's kind of important. About the only good thing about it is it has the silencers around the edge to keep them from clanking together. But other than that, it's a really cheap filler item. So I don't know how I feel about that. What else we got? Okay, speaking of cheap filler items, and also don't know what this has to do with Halloween. We got a Bob's Burgers Mad Libs. World's greatest word game. I love Mad Libs. I grew up with these. They're really fun. And if you don't know what a Mad Lib is, because it might be, you know, too old for you, they'll tell you to pick certain kinds of words. Noun, number, color, place, blah, blah, blah. And then what you do is after you pick all those words, you plop them into the story, and it usually ends up becoming, you know, super ridiculous. Apparently this one is Bob's Burger theme. Not quite sure what that's got to do with the theme, but okay. And our last thing is the Gem and the Holograms thing, and it is an IDW comic book, which will go into the comic book collection. It's a little thicker than the average comic book. It's more like a actual book or graphic novel-esque. Not quite graphic novel, but I mean, if this were like a smaller size, it probably would be. Let's see. Gem and the Holograms Outrageous Annual. The only reason I see this being in there is because the new Gem and the Holograms movie that's coming out. Gem was something huge in my early childhood. The fact that it's coming back, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Some things just shouldn't be remade. It's kind of like Josie and the Pussycats should have never, gotten made. Still cool. I love when IDW does their special things. I have quite a few of those. And last but not least, is the shirt, which is our Gremlins item. This, as I said, got spoiled. So here we have our cute little Gizmo Mogwai. Very adorable. But looks can be deceiving. This shirt is actually glow in the dark. And when the lights go out, this actually turns into one of the Gremlins, looking all nasty and gross. Which is actually a really cool idea. The only problem I have with this shirt is it's not... It says it's exclusive, I think. Maybe it doesn't. I've seen shirts like this around town, and they might not be exactly the same, but it's close enough that I don't really feel like that's an exclusive. It's a great shirt. I love the Shirt Punch t-shirts. Let's see. So we got... Alright, so they split this up, and it looks like treats and tricks, or tricks and treats, because that was the theme. So apparently, for treats-wise, we got the Mo Coaster, the Gem and the Holograms comic, and the Bob's Burgers Mad Libs. And that means tricks was the Zombie Hunter dog tags, the Aliens 2-pack, which I don't even want to think about, and the t-shirt with Gizmo on it, which is a really cool t-shirt, but like I said, I've seen similar ones, if not the same one, out and about. And actually, let's see if I can get it close enough so you can see what it actually turns into. Obviously not, because my camera is not being cooperative today. I have to say I am extremely underwhelmed and disappointed by this. Super disappointed, actually. I expected a lot more. I feel like most of the items in here have nothing to do with the theme. And the couple that do, one's something I can find around town, the other is something that is essentially a repeat from last month's horror block, so I'm super disappointed. The coaster's cool because it's actually metal with the cork underneath, which is awesome, but I would have preferred like a set of those. That would have been awesome-er, because, I mean, what am I going to do with one coaster? And the comic's always cool because I like IDW comics, because they're usually, one-offs. Alright, so I guess next month's Nerd Block Classic is supposed to have an exclusive item from Firefly, and also something from Force Awakens and Sherlock. Sadly, I'm going to miss that because this is pretty much confirmed that I am canceling my Nerd Block Classic, unfortunately. Now, that is not to say that I will not be doing Nerd Block style unboxings. I'm still keeping the arcade block, and I'm adding to it the sci-fi block. I think the sci-fi block will actually give me more fulfillment as far as my nerdy needs, because, I mean, look at all the stuff it covers and more. Okay, so we got, Star Wars, Star Trek, Starship Troopers, Doctor Who, X-Files, Back to the Future, Battlestar Galactica, which is one of my favorite things ever, Planet of the Apes, Stargate. How many times do you really see Stargate stuff? Firefly, The Terminator, and more. So I'm super stoked for this to come out. It comes out next month. It'll be my first unboxing for Sci-Fi Block. It's also going to have a autograph from Back to the Future and a Funko Pop and who knows what else. So I'm super excited for that. So that will actually be replacing my Nerd Block Classic. I feel like Nerd Block Classic is just too all over the place and they don't know how to keep with a theme. And I've had better luck with, you know, Arcade Block because it's a lot more condensed. So here's to hoping that Sci-Fi Block is awesome. If you want a Nerd Block Classic, Arcade Block, Sci-Fi Block, Horror Block, whatever you want, click the link below and hook yourself up with one. They are pretty good. With that said, tomorrow I have a special surprise for you guys. It should come in the mail tomorrow. Special unboxing just for you guys. As well as, I think I'm going to have a tech review coming up sometime this weekend, if not beginning of next week. So look forward to that. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Later, geeks.